up, everyone? Thank you for tuning into another episode of Love and War. I'm your host, Dr. Francis, and today we're going to be talking about the things you should know before you commit in any relationship. Now, before we jump into the topic, we're going to do like we always do and say what's up to the panel tonight. First out the gate, right up to the top on the right, TW. How you doing tonight, Tosh?
Doing all right. Had a very eventful weekend. The Man Cave event on Saturday, and then on Sunday, we went to Milk and Honey for the first time.
Yes, an episode that we're not going to talk about. Milk and Honey was okay. Shout out to Black-owned establishments. They reminded me of a place called Homemade in Baltimore. And that's where my comments will stop.
Exactly.
We're going to say what's up to Showtime. How you doing tonight, sir?
What's going on, man? Just came in from the gym. Got some good hooping session in.
Okay. Oh, you still hooping?
Yeah, I ain't never gonna stop hooping, man. As long as these legs can move, I'm gonna move.
Right, 40-year-old knees still hitting it.
Hey, they ain't 40 ain't even real for real. So these young boys what it is.
Okay, I know that's right. And we want to say what's up to Theo, getting ready to rocking his Juneteenth shirt. Juneteenth is around the corner. I'm going to be rocking my shirt at the Juneteenth cookout and parade out here in Baltimore County. Shout out to Theo.
Doing good, just chilling. What Milk and Honey did y'all go to? Which one?
College Park.
See, this y'all's problem. Y'all come around here and don't ask people from around here which one to go to.
Which one you was going to say, Bowie?
Yes.
Somebody else told us to after the
Why?
Like, y'all keep sneaking into the DMV, not hitting people up. That's what happens.
Why is Bowie's better? Is it bigger? Is it a bigger place?
It's just better all around. The food's better, the service is better, the people, it's just better.
Yeah, it probably is because what I didn't share is that after we left, I had to drive home really fast to visit a room in my house that you don't visit in the public. See? And we'll just keep it like that.
Let people know when you're in the area next time.
And the leftovers went in the garbage because I said, I hope I'm not getting food poisoning. Shout out to the Black-owned businesses. All right. We're going to jump right into the show. Things you should probably know before jumping into a committed relationship. So the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is because you have a lot of people who are so concerned about being in a relationship that they really don't take the time to figure out what I like to call subjective truths about certain things. And for those of you who don't know what a subjective truth is, it's a truth about you or someone else that you don't necessarily see right out in the front. Like it's something that's true about them that you wouldn't necessarily know unless you experienced it, unless they told you. So let me just give you some examples here. Like a subjective truth about me is I don't like to take orders. I prefer to give them. It's because I'm a natural born leader. And I know Theo, don't make that face. I will take orders, but I prefer to be like the person that's in the driver's seat that leads discussions, that, develops the plan, that does the coordination, that calls the shot, because that's just my personality and I'm drawn to stuff like that. Another subjective truth is I prefer to work in teams than individually. You know what I mean? As far as a relationship subjective truth, I don't have a high level of tolerance for foolishness. But that's not something that you could see right off and say, oh, she don't tolerate foolishness. It's only after you've engaged with me that says, oh, she has a low tolerance for people that, lie habitually, or, some people can put up with something, but everybody has their own subjective truth. So when you apply like that concept to relationships, that's what I mean when I say, what are some things that people should know before getting into a committed relationship? But I want us to take the gender role approach to it. So men, I want you to tell us, what should women know before getting in a relationship with a man? And women, we're going to tell the guys what they should know before jumping into a relationship with a woman. And you always will hear this question from women. I wonder what men think, or I wonder what they like, or I wonder what they don't like, or I wonder if they, and all these are things that they don't readily see they will just figure out. And even if they're engaging, it's hard for them to find out. And the same thing with men. Like, men have questions about women and, they make assumptions, but they don't know. So we're going to kind of like help out the folks today. So let's start off with the ladies first. TW, what's one thing that men should know about women before jumping into a relationship?
Our communication style.
Okay.
There's always this assumption that most women nag and they don't actually like to effectively communicate to bring a commonality to a concern. And, I'm the minority. I'd rather have to sit down and talk about it. I'm not an avoider. I'd rather just say, this is what's going on. This is how I feel. And then try to find a solution to it. But that's not typical for a lot of women. So.
Okay.
I am a woman, they're going to assume that I think like the rest.
Okay. Response to that, man. Let's hear a response to that. Let's go with Showtime.
It's always good to know someone's communication style. It's easier to work with a person that way. Like you said, you believe in teamwork. So if I know how I probably can communicate with you, I can relay my feelings. I can respect yours as well. That's always essential to any relationship, brother to brother, mother to mother. That's something that you can learn and it can work out for you in a big realm, but also you got to humble yourself sometimes. A lot of people don't want to humble themselves and take the time to learn a person. They think because it's sex good, boom, we going in. Oh, they make a certain amount of money. They got this stuff together. They got a doctor's degree. Oh, damn, we going straight in. You got to crawl before you walk and get to know a person. And once you know a person in its entirety and know how you can properly listen and love them, the relationship will work better.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw out the next one here. So one thing that I believe that man should know about a woman before jumping into a relationship, and this is only because a guy I know had made a comment about why he broke up with a woman. How clean her bathroom is. Because that's going to say a lot about how they live it. And I remember, I don't know if y'all remember this meme that, I think it was a meme that was going around like, it was during COVID season. And it was like this guy, no, it wasn't a meme, it was a video. You know how those, I forgot what the guy's name is, but he makes those funny videos and he's in it by himself. Well, he did a video about COVID, going to a woman's house. And he went into her, but he was like, "Hey, babe, where's your bathroom?" And she was like, "Over there." And he went in there, and it was like a Michael Myers. And he was like, and then ran out the house. You know what? Something came up. I gotta go. But when he went in there, her bathroom, like her tool, the bathroom was dirty, stuff like that. So this guy I know, this is a real life story. He said he stayed the night over this girl's house, and he didn't have to go to the bathroom, but he stayed the night. So, sometimes you got to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Well, he went in the bathroom. He didn't turn the lights on. And he said he sat down. Obviously, he had to do what I would do. And he said something was like, turn the lights on. Well, he had already went to the bathroom, but when we got up, there was like hair all on the toilet seat. So he had sat on the hair. And so I'm sorry, Theo, you look like, wow, ew, disgusting. So please know what someone's bathroom looks like. If you're a very clean person, it's something that you can't tolerate and that's a deal breaker for you. Please, make sure that their level of cleanliness, and this can go from anything from how their living room is, the kitchen, the car. Some people like, if your car is dirty, you're dirty. If you have one of those OCD tendencies, you should know what that person's living style is like before even committing, if that's a deal breaker. Thea, your reaction.
Oh no, I judge a lot of places off their bathrooms. Like if I go to a restaurant or something, I go to the bathroom even if I don't have to, just to see. That gives me an idea what the kitchen's like. If I see
Yeah.
and if I went to a lady's house, if I go to the bathroom and it's dirty, I probably would get up. I'll
Yeah, that's
probably
your
leave it.
first and last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go to Showtime. Showtime, what is one thing that a woman should probably know about a man before jumping into a relationship?
What we like.
Okay, like how so? Like about like what? Just anything in general, or just like
We know what we like and what we don't like. We don't want to be nagged. When we watching sports, we want to watch our sports and chill. You know, we men, I say, we're very simplistic in things that we want. Leave us alone when we watching sports, give us some good sex, and make a nice sandwich. Be good. It ain't that hard, you know. Don't do a whole bunch of nagging. Don't be like Dr. Francis and think you got to run everything, including your mouth.
wait a minute, no.
You just said it. You said, I got to be in control. I got to do this. That's not your job. Properly let a man lead. Because what's my purpose?
That was
What's my
work. I
purpose?
wasn't in a relationship.
Well, I'm like, what's my purpose? What am I here for? Matter of fact, like Uncle Kevin say, put your penis away. Let me be a man, you know? You intimidate a lot of men by sometimes women being too much of that boss or independent woman.
You're
And
right. You're right.
we don't need it all the time. We want a partner. We want somebody that's there for us, that when we come home, it ain't a whole bunch of riffraff, a whole bunch of, I mean, come home to a cooked meal every now and again. I know a lot of brothers that don't. Come home to a clean house. Come home to peace. You're supposed to be my peace. And that's all we ask for is peace.
Okay. All right. All right. Tasha, what do you say? I'll let you respond, even though I want to, but I'm practicing not running my mouth.
Oh God. So I think it is important to know what your man likes or what he doesn't like instead of trying to create the narrative for him. And it really just means being intentional and paying attention. Just as much as we want our men to pay attention to us, men want the same thing, right? So if you know that, like say for instance, and I'm using the Lakers because we know that you all like the Lakers, and I'm giving you Mets or something else. You're like, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you buy what you want to buy, but you're not necessarily paying attention to the things that I like. So like Showtime said, you know, Birthday Twin said, men are really simplistic. You just really got to pay attention to the consistency of what they like. So.
Okay. Okay. Theo, same question. What should a woman know about a man before jumping into a relationship?
We're straight shooters. Just tell us what you want. We're not mind readers. We're terrible at picking up clues. Like so if you think that you're giving all these clues and he should know what I want, you in your group chat, girl, he don't know. We don't. Like we're lost at that. Women could read minds a little bit better. Like if we be like, babe, where's my your keys? It's right over there. Oh, thank you. Us, I wait till you. Where's my what? Like, what are you looking for? What do you want? It's like we don't know. So just be straight with us, and the communication will be a lot better that way. You won't be as mad. We won't be as mad. You over here thinking that we're supposed to know that you mad at us because we don't know. We don't care. If you tell us, then we'll do it.
You know what, Theo? And I'm glad I get the reaction on this one because let me tell you, I don't know how many women that I know like that will be coming up, you know, friends of mine that'll say, girl, Theo, you used a broken cup one time. Like a guy who will break the cup and then try to fix it. And then the girl, you broke my cup instead of just coming out and telling, well, I have friends that they know that the guy did something wrong. And then, you know, they're quick to call their girls up and like, oh, he did this. Did you tell him? No, I ain't tell him because he should know. He should know I don't like that. He should know. But baby, if he did it and you don't like it, probably because he don't know, because you ain't never saying anything. So I definitely agree that we have to be vocal. And I heard this as a someone who like would counter this kind of thought about, you know, you should tell a person, well, they should know me enough to tell when I'm mad. And then if they know I'm mad, they should have enough sense to ask me what's wrong. But then that's when you start playing what we call games. If you're mad, don't keep the person guessing, because sometimes people do stuff and or like say stuff. You know how sometimes somebody may say a joke and somebody will get offended and then they salty for the rest of the day and you don't know why, and you didn't know the joke offended them. Those are the kinds of things. Like, now if someone, you got in an argument and they called you out your name, okay, they probably know that why you're mad about that, because you argue. But we're talking about things that people don't know, that you're assuming that they should know about you. Please, please, please. And it goes back to the communication piece. So let's just do general overall, no gender. What are some other things that a person should probably know before jumping into a committed relationship with anyone?
You should know if you're ready. I mean, it's just that simple. You know if you're ready or not based off of your past traumas. And a lot of people have a lot of past traumas. And as you said it last week, these bag ladies and men, can't exclude the gentlemen as well. You have to know yourself. You have to give yourself time to heal. You have to give yourself time to get over things. And until you get over things, as simple as it sounds, you're not ready for any relationship or anything that's committed. Love yourself, know yourself, and that way you can move forward in yourself.
Okay, I agree.
You should know what they value. What is some things that are important to them, right? Do they value family? Do they value purpose? Like, what's important to them? Like, do you all have morals or anything in common? So you got to know that, because if this is somebody that you want to date seriously, but you disagree on everything down to, what the household structure is going to look like, or, that kind of stuff, that's important to know before you waste each other's time.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off Showtime, but a little off. You should know yourself. Like, you should know what makes you happy. You should know what makes you sad. Like, that's very selfish if you think I'm supposed to know what makes you happy, and you've known yourself for 30 plus years and you don't know what it is. I'm supposed to know after 6 months. No, that's not how it works out.
You don't know what you want.
Know what makes you happy. And that's even sexually too. Like, know you sexually. Know what makes you curl your toes, know what makes you grab the pillows, know what you like, so you can continue that.
Yeah, and I want to go with know whether or not that person has a roommate, is living with their parents still, or is maybe the parent is living with them. Because like sometimes if you get in a committed relationship, there was one person, one of my friends, I don't think she broke up with him, but it kind of like caused a little rift, because she was like, oh my God, he didn't even tell me that the parent lived with him. That's not even, maybe it wasn't your business at the time, but her thing was, he always want to come over my house and he never lets me come over his house. And so she was like, well, why you always want to come over here? You never even invited me to your house, and we've been dating for 3 or 4 months. And then he was like, oh, because I'm taking care of my mom. And the mother was sick, and she had one of those hospital beds that was actually in the house. So he just didn't, if he want to be with you and then he's there, he may have to switch gears with taking care of the parent while he was there. It could have been other things. Maybe he wasn't comfortable allowing that person to see his mother at her worst, or whatever it is. But I feel like if that's something that bothers you, whether or not you're always at their house and you've never been to their house, you should probably know what their living situation is before committing, if that's something that's important to you. Let's talk about, should you know whether or not a person has a source of income or not before getting into a committed relationship? Or does that even matter?
It might matter to you. To a certain person, if you got it, you don't mind, it's fine. That should come up around date 3, 4. Don't ask me date 1 what my salary is, or especially in this area, what grade are you? Because if you know my grade, you automatically know.
Right, exactly.
Don't get into that first dates, but 3, 4, you can start talking about. And
so what do you do?
And you could tell off the dates. Fellas, don't always plan the date. All right. Like date 3, be like, babe, you know what? You pick the next 2 dates. You do it and see what she do. And she do some cheap stuff. She might not got no money. So so just Just figure it out.
Okay.
Well, I do
Okay.
sleep dates because I don't want nobody to know if I got money.
When I'm talking about date, like this date, like 4, 5, 6. This not first, second date. This is a little down the line.
Don't let Showtime lie to y'all.
And
Okay.
don't my game.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I was going to air you all the way out, but I'm not.
Oh, bad, yo, you did.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. My bad. Virgo shit, my bad.
Right.
Telling all his secrets.
Right. I'm not gonna do that.
Another piece though to add to it about the income, how do they manage their finances, honestly? Because it doesn't matter what you make. If you don't know how to budget or manage it, then because I know people who make 6 figures and are very negligent with their money compared to somebody who makes half. So how do you live? How do you take care of yourself? Are you robbing Peter to pay Paul? I mean, what's your life look like? Are you trying to live above your means? What's going on? Do you have money to save in retirement? Are you just chasing, what you make your salary and you don't got nothing to show for it for a legacy? So I think it's about how you manage it, honestly.
Okay. Another thing I think people should probably know, I'm just going to throw out 2 others. I think you should probably know and I know some people will say it's none of your business until it's like date 4 or 5, but we're talking about before getting into a committed relationship. You should probably know if they have children. You should also probably know if they've been married or divorced before. And you should also probably know if their ex is a psychopath, because if you start dating them and then you wake up and every other week you have to buy new tires and you can't figure out who's slashing them, that's probably something that you probably need to know. And then this is the 4th one here, because they're just all coming to my mind. Someone told me, and I personally thought this was a reach, and this was kind of like invasion of privacy if that person didn't share. Somebody told me that you should probably know what medications they on, what's in their medicine cabinet. So let me tell you, there's a girl that I know. She says, and I said, oh, I'm glad you never been in my house. Like, I don't take medicine for anything, but even if someone did, you don't do that. She says when she goes to people's houses, this guy she's dating, she asks to use the bathroom so she can go through their medicine cabinet. Ain't that crazy? Why would you go through somebody's medicine cabinet? That's what I said. You crazy one? Who going through somebody's medicine cabinet?
So if she going through the medicine cabinet, she's probably going through his drawers and stuff like that. Like, what he got in here, right? And then she could be the one that would end up trying to go through his social media stuff. Don't nobody got time.
Definitely go through the phone.
Exactly. Don't leave that around.
Shout. Well, y'all, time flies when you're having fun. We are down to the hour. This is the season finale of the Love and War Show. We just want to give you some tips to think about as you go into this summer vacation season, probably getting ready to commit. We just wanted you to know a handful of things you should probably know before jumping right into that relationship. So we're going to do our last final words of advice, and then we're going to catch you when we resume in the fall. And hopefully we'll be having our spinoff on a network that has been, no, I'm not going to do that because they might be watching. Hopefully we're going to be on another network come the fall. So we're going to do our final words of advice tonight. Let's go with TW.
Know yourself, know what you like, know what you value, and know if you're ready. If you can't find the answer to any of those things, then you should probably rethink your strategy before getting into a relationship.
Okay, Theo.
I'm going to end off a little petty for the season. 3 things that most guys don't like, ladies, that you guys should know. Uggs is one of them. I know it's summertime, so y'all be showing a little bit more. We don't really care about makeup, but we don't like when your face don't match your neck. So I think that's blending. So do fix that. And there's 2 more things. These eyelashes, ladies, get rid of them. These long, get rid of them. And we don't like when y'all wear bad lace fronts that show the window screen stuff. Like I don't think we're supposed to see that. That's it.
words of advice from Showtime. Fix your window screens. Fix your lace fronts. Cut the lace off. If you're gonna wear a lace front, the lace wasn't meant to be seen. Cut, y'all gluing the daggone lace to the forehead, putting foundation on it to make it to cut. Why? Cut the thing off. Cut it off. Jesus. I'm so sorry. That bothered me. Yes. All right.
Look, man, I want everybody to enjoy us, wait for us next season, man. I don't have too much to say. You know the do's and don'ts. We've been schooling y'all long enough. You know what to look for. You know that you got to know yourself. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to be ready for sometimes rejection, unless you're a burger, because me and Taj don't even deal with that. We X y'all up out before y'all even get up in it. So I want everybody to look forward to the new telecast, man. We're going to be on here. We're going to be doing big things the next season. And I can't wait to see.
Yes, hopefully, if COVID-19 gets itself together and the network does what they're supposed to do, we might be actually able to engage in a room like a studio or something, with hair and makeup. You never know. No. All right, y'all. Right. So, y'all, we thank you so much for tuning into Love and War yet again. Thank you so much. You can do like you always do. Go to www.dearcrissi.com to watch the archive shows that you missed. You can also catch them on Spreaker, Apple, Spotify, Google. Listen notes, anywhere where there's a podcast, just type in Love and War in Google and it'll bring up every place that we're at. You can like our Facebook page. We plan to engage with you. Also, go to our Instagram page, the Love and War _podcast, Love and War _podcast. Like us there. And we'll see you in the fall, baby. Until next time, good night.